Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're actually going to be looking at this largest pool fraud in history, WoolyPooly. This has actually come from Reddit, but there's a lot of evidence to show that WoolyPooly is actually stealing coins from miners. This is on the Kaspa side, but I'm sure that they're doing this for other coins if we looked further into it. So I did actually make a short video around 4 days ago that actually said about this. It was talking about how WoolyPooly is stealing around 40% of the coins that you're mining. And then it said, I'd like to see links posted to evidence. So we actually have a full report here that says, attention crypto community, the largest Kaspa pool, WoolyPooly, has been stealing for over 6 months, 10 to 40% of all coins, practically openly in plain sight. They boldly and openly lie. They have accumulated huge funds which could lead to huge market manipulations. Today they steal from miners, tomorrow from holders. Just one of the found wallets there have 135 million Kaspa coins worth $2 million. The entire internet and YouTube are full of revelations. My forum threads and YouTube views are approaching 50,000. And I'm not even a blogger, just a person who uncovered the scheme. So this person has a channel, you can go check it out. It's, I don't know what kind of text that is, but the @ is Sir Drive. But basically they're in a different language, but he talks about what this Reddit post is about. But we're going to go through it and we're going to look at the numbers. And if we look on mining pool stats now, we can see that WoolyPooly holds just under 50% of the hash rate overall on the whole network. You know, because it's getting so much Kaspa miners on there, they're probably making a load of money from them, and they can kind of dictate how much they want to take from them. There will be a long post ahead. All evidence is currently in public domain and anyone can verify it. So you can actually, if you want to, go over to these addresses and look at them yourself. So the links that he's actually providing in this post are linked to wallet addresses, and then you can actually do the research yourself. He doesn't actually display the whole transactions because it would take up a lot of room. All I did was take several transactions with payouts, subtract the time between them, calculate how much we were paid on an average per day, and compared it to the MinerStat readings. The difference was huge. So MinerStat is like this calculator where you can calculate roughly how much Kaspa coin or any other coin that you're going to mine with your GPUs. Only on the WoolyPooly website there is a page with the addresses, statistics of the largest pool miners where are publicly displayed. So they actually have the biggest miners displayed, like top 10 or something like that. After analyzing several pages of the largest miners, I found the same thing in their payouts. The time between payouts increased, and the actual sum of payouts did not correspond with what WoolyPooly claimed. Compiling all the data I collected in the form of tables and links, I posted my first video, so that's talking about just his YouTube. Next, using the same method, I conducted a comparative analysis of payouts over the last few days between the 4 largest pools. All pool percentages coincided with the calculator, while WoolyPooly underpaid around 35%. This data is available from the period of September 21st to 25th. So they're talking about this link here. So the pools that he chose were WoolyPooly, let's have a look, ACC pool, WoolyPooly, K1 pool, and Kaspa pool. So when we're actually looking at this, I know it's a lot to look at, but let's just get down to what the main thing we're supposed to be looking at, which is this number down here. So this is the MinerStat figure of 100%. So it's always going to be 100% for MinerStat. Now, you could, in theory, mine over that if the MinerStat figure was wrong, but MinerStat are going to be roughly in the range. I don't feel like they would stray too far away, maybe a 5% difference, but definitely not 35%. So ACC pool had a 97.28% rating, K1 pool had a 98.94% rating, and Kaspa pool had a 99.82%. This is how close they were to the MinerStat figure of how much Kaspa you should be mining. And then we have this outlier here of WoolyPooly, the 77.17%. So it's around 25% here that they're actually taking away from and actually putting into their own pockets. And because they're the largest pool, this is a very large amount of Kaspa coin. Let's continue with this thread. Using a script route, I found a wallet they withdrew to the stolen funds for their distribution wallets. In the end, after 3 days of silence, they admitted it was theirs, so you can actually look up this wallet yourself, and it has the $2 million worth of Kaspa on it. In the end, after 3 days of silence, they admitted that it was theirs, and now they're trying to convince people that miners from the pool allegedly stole their funds from the internal wallet. This is 16 days of continuous mining at full pool capacity, while payouts come several times a day and no one is taking coins from this wallet. Throughout its existence, the wallet balance steadily increased, huge funds came in, only 2 addresses, the 2 main distribution wallets of the pool. Also, I posted a table of incoming transactions to this wallet, grouping these transactions by day. Based on these numbers, it's clear the amounts of incoming transactions to the wallet sharply increased in the last few days. So here is his next Google Sheets that he has here. And you can actually see the amount of Kaspa that's actually being put into these wallets every day. So if we scroll down here, I know it's in a different language, but this is their total sum as of the 25th, was 116 million Kaspa coin, which equates to around 1.8 to $1.9 million, depending on the price of Kaspa coin. And you can see it has sharply increased. I know it says 1 million at the start of January, and then it was 900,000. And as we've gotten into February, it's really ramped up, like 1 million, 1 million, 8 million, 3 million. You know, we're having a couple of 2 millions down here, 3, 4, 5. This is probably because Kaspa is very profitable. So there's obviously going to be more, you know, people jumping on, and the price is going up. So they're going to have more coins, more people are mining it, just stuff like that. So let's go back. As soon as I made the wallet address public, fund incoming stopped for a few hours. The wallet, which had dozens of transactions every day since September, suddenly became inactive. So as soon as this person put a post up, which they did around, I think it was 4 days ago when I made the original shorts video, that's when the actual pool started to stop the funds incoming into this wallet. In their statement, they claimed they had only underpaid for the last 5 days, although in reality it was 6 months. And what would only compensate those who stayed on the pool for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks. They refused to pay those who left the pool after seeing 40% underpayments. In their Telegram groups, the pool administrators and the owners insult and call those affected who left the pool lowlifes, cattle, and so on. Right now, all of this is publicly available in their group. So you can actually go to their Telegram group and see that they're calling these people, you know, these lowlifes. In their 2-page statement, which took them 3 days to write, they did not provide a single argument containing information that could be verified. Only their words, which miners were supposedly blindly believing in their absurdity. They did eventually admit that the mysterious wallet was theirs, but according to them, it contains funds that have not yet been paid to miners. Obviously, they haven't been paid to miners because it's their wallet, but if they really wanted to make things right, they could take every wallet that's ever mined Kaspa, you know, because they would have this data and how much they've mined on their pool, and just split it, you know, 40% of what that figure is and give it out to everyone from that wallet. Now I have updated the script which extracts transactions with payouts and compares them with miner stat data for the same period. So he's basically taking the miner stat number, and I know that's not always going to be 100% true, but it's pretty close. It's around 5% difference up or down. And then he's actually going to compare that to these pools in the same period. I'll soon make it publicly available so anyone can check my wallet, but I have already collected statistics. WoolyPooly underpaid by 7 to 10% from the very beginning. In early February, they began to increase the commission percentage, reaching over 40% by the end of the month. Now this could actually be one of the reasons that Kaspa had a price increase because of the market manipulation by WoolyPooly. You know, 135 million Kaspa is a lot of coins to be holding, and you know the power that it holds if you dump them onto the, you know, the open market, it could be critical for the coin. The owners and administrators of one of the largest pools banned anyone who criticizes them in their group or in other groups, so they've already said about the Telegram. Now think about it, in order to pay the victims only a portion of what was stolen, the owners literally forced them to remain on the pool while continuing to underpay them. Yes, the amount now is much less, but it's still around 7 to 10%. So they've actually reverted from this 40% commission and it's gone back down to 7 to 10%. But 7 to 10% is still a lot to take. Even though on mining pool stats, they've registered that their pool fee is only 0.9%. It's absurd, but a person who remains there for 3 weeks that according to the owners are needed for recalculation will lose at least as much as they should have been paid. In other words, the owners are literally going to compensate the victims with victims' own new money. So they want you to stay on there for 3 weeks so you can get real calculations. This is what they are saying. It doesn't mean it's necessarily true, but they want you to stay on there for 3 weeks, keep mining, and then you'll get real payout calculations. Then goes on to say, my videos and posts have accumulated over 50,000 views in just a few days. Comments are filled with affected people. So there's a lot of news going around about this. And it just kind of makes you think that if they're doing it for Kaspa coin, we should investigate every coin that they're doing with it. We've had a lot of pools, you know, over the vast years of crypto mining that have been sketchy, and, you know, people lose coins and stuff like this. Fraud should have no place in the cryptocurrency community, and it's important that we hold mining pools accountable for their actions. So basically, mining pools are like the big dogs, and you can't really mess with them, I suppose, because then you won't be able to actually mine the coin. You could set up your own node and mine to that, but that takes a, you know, more intricate knowledge of cryptocurrency mining. But obviously, if mining pools aren't being truthful with us, then we shouldn't really be using them. And especially goes for WoolyPooly. If we click on it, they've got various different coins on here: Raven coin, Ergo, CTX, Firo, Nexa. They've got Radiant here as well, and Ethereum Classic. So there's no doubt in my mind that they could be doing it to miners on a lower scale for these type of coins, the bigger ones. They could be doing it, you know, maybe 3%, 4% instead of the 0.9% that they are claiming to charge. So there'll probably be some more investigations into different coins in the future, but I just wanted to make this video to warn you about this and let you know that WoolyPooly is not kind of to be trusted right now. Obviously, if they come out and they give the money back and they start giving good payouts that kind of coincide with the miner stat figure, then we could start using it again. But we should also hold them accountable for it, and they should be paying back out to everyone that lost money using their pool.